I have an appointment with Dr. Monster.
I am at Dr. Monster's appointment with Dr. Monster. No, who's Dr. Monster, man? Gotta go. Bye.
All right, there we are. We are live.
Hello.
We are lively.
Last time we left off, we left our party recovering from a dragon attack. Some of them were more better off than others. Rari.
Yeah.
And now we join back with our party, who is, after fully resting up and fully recovering from their wounds, is going around town looking for things to aid them on their adventure.
Definitely Rari is looking for healing potions.
Healing potions are very easy to find. They're one of the most common type of potions.
Precisely, and he is banking on that fact because after being twice almost slaughtered by a dragon, it would behoove him to get some sort of medicine.
You were with Duzon at the druid's house, right?
Yep.
Alright, so do you want to see if the druid has any healing potions, or do you want to go to, like, the actual potion store?
First, to spare the trip, I would ask if they have it, and if they do, how much coin it would cost.
They kind of like, oh, well, the only really potions I have were the potions I gave you in that little box there.
Yeah, oh yeah, the box.
Well,
The
if
box
there's a
of
healing potion
assorted
in there, so
potions.
be it, but far from me to know.
Very well. Alright, well, in that case, I am going to head to the markets.
Duzon, are you going to follow Rari to the market?
Sure.
Okay. As you're making your way towards the markets, Vixen kind of runs up to you and just like, so a little bit of breaking news. I've deciphered the message from my brother.
Oh.
Go on.
And
It seems they require my urgent presence. I know you guys have to go and defeat this wizard guy, so I'm not going to trifle you with bringing him along. I'm just going to bid you farewell and hope that you succeed on your ventures.
May Borealis keep you safe and guide you.
Right.
good luck in your endeavor.
Thank you both. I believe I must be, going. Ta-ta! And they kind of just run off.
You know, she was kind of interesting. Grateful for the help, but well,
A curious one. What can be a curse? She makes a weapon. I admire that.
I could have sworn she was talking to herself sometimes.
Yes.
Or at least daydreaming, maybe? Who knows?
Probably.
But a huge help.
Yes. Now let us go.
Well, as I was completely knocked senseless from that conspirator dragon, I think it's best I get some medicine. Just in case something else decides to, oh, I don't know, put me near death again.
Agreed.
So you walk into the shop of mystery, magic, and other things that start with M.
How quaint of a name. Well,
Behind the counter is a halfling with big, like, turtle shell glasses that make her eyes look really, really big. They have brown hair that's just kind of all over the place, like frizzy, almost like they just been struck by lightning. Wearing a kind of, like, you think it's a lab coat, but also it's, like, torn, burnt, like, sliced in places, and then they kind of just snap to you, just like, oh, you're a customer. Oh, good customer. Hello.
hello. I see you've got magical wares of sorts.
Oh, yes, I do. Both you and Duzon do kind of, like, you think back, the building you just entered wasn't here before.
Give me 1 second. You're sounding robotic. I need to reset my headphone.
All good?
Yeah, I can hear you guys better now.
Okay. I was saying that you kind of think back, and this building wasn't here before. You just walked into a building that was, like, in the middle of the road and kind of just blocking things.
Say, as we traveled, we never quite noticed your shop. Recent setup, I suppose?
Oh, you must have, there's a whole, teleporting thing that's, it moves. It just kind of moves around on its own. I can't really, explain how or why to the likes of you, but just keep it simple as it moves, it just moves around sometimes.
Oh, well, that's convenient. Say, I know this is probably more a mundane request, but exactly, do you happen to, have any healing potions?
They pull out a potion rack, and in order, the potions go from big to small. And she kind of just sets it on the counter, and she's like, from left to right, these are, and they do go up in price the bigger they get. These are minor, lesser, regular, greater, and then she points to an empty large bottle and just like, I'm still working on that one.
Wow. Oh, let's see. How many of the, say, regular sized ones?
How many you want? That is up to you.
Oh, how many do you have on stock?
Yes.
Oh, well, I am certainly glad for the almost unlimited, or maybe it is unlimited supply. I would like, 10.
That'll be 500 gold.
500. No small problem for me.
She
And I
holds her
hand
out.
500 gold over to her.
She kind of snatches the 500 gold, and then she takes the display rack and puts it back behind a shelf, and then you just hear like the tinking of glass bottles. And then she's like, "Here you go. You said 10, right? 10 was it?"
Yes.
All right, cool. She hands you 11.
Oh. Well, thank you.
She just kind of like looks frazzled for a second, and then just gives you a thumbs up.
Say, you seem very crafty with the Sword of Arcane.
Oh,
And
yes.
I know you're working on the larger tincture. over there. Is there any way I could repay you outside of, well, of course, paying you to help you maybe continue working on that? Or make it a little easier?
Well, I have the materials needed. Don't. I have. It's just that I just need to perfect the refining process. Each healing potion gets a little more refined, the better it is. And I've gotten it to the point where I can regularly make the better healing potion. I just need to make just a little bit of tweaking to get it to be the best healing potion. No offense towards you, but I don't think you can really afford something like that right now. Maybe.
Oh, yes. Well, considering all of that. Yeah, no. One of these days, though. Assuming we can find your place again.
Oh, I'm sure you will. I go all over the something.
This something. Huh. Well, you wouldn't happen to know of, well, I grow tired of my regular daggers. Do you happen to know of places that, I'm sure you do enchantments, but I'm sure you're busy with your, work right now. So, are there any rumored locations of, I don't know, magical proportions, weapons of legend or myth?
I mean, I do have basic runes here that I can add on to weaponry, but as far as like legends go, I don't really deal in legend lore.
Oh, okay. What exactly do these runes do?
Well, I have a few. I have one of striking and one of potency.
Okay. So, first, he pulls out his dagger. I want this to become more efficient at, you know, the business end. What rune would you recommend for that?
Well, to try and put it in layman's terms, and I'm just gonna explain this, in meta workings, because it's kind of hard to explain in character.
Okay.
Weapon potency makes it easier to, hit things. Like, she's offering a +1 weapon potency enchantment, which makes it so, that your attack rolls with this weapon gain a +1 bonus. Then you can upgrade the potency to stronger versions of weapon potency. Whereas with the striking rune, you get an additional damage die to roll. So if, like, instead of 1d4, it deals 2d4.
Ooh,
And if you have
both of those
enough money, you
sound
can
good.
combine both runes.
I'm sorry, what was that last bit?
If you have enough money, you can combine both runes.
So say I wanted both runes. How much would that cost?
She kind of pulls out a stone that has a rune on it, and then another stone that has a different rune on it. Let's say for both of these, you would most likely be paying somewhere around the 100 gold mark.
100 gold for both?
Yes.
Then by all means. And he puts a stack of 100 gold coins on the counter.
She sweeps it behind the counter. Hold up your dagger for me, please.
Will do.
She's going
And he
to
holds
pick
it.
up both of the stones and then clack them onto the side of your daggers.
Oh.
Like, basically, like, your dagger is in the middle, and she's clapping them on each side.
Wow.
And with that, you see a magical, like, not flash, but like almost like a flash, but it's not blinding. And then she pulls the stones away. The stones no longer have the runes on them, and they are now engraved onto your dagger.
Wonderful.
Your dagger is now a +1 striking dagger.
+1 striking dagger.
After doing that for you, Rari, she's going to turn to Mr. Tree here. Can I help you with anything, Miss Thing?
Duzon.
Duzon, Mr. I'll just call you Duzon. Is that okay?
Yes.
Alright, Duzon, how can I help you with? What can I do you for, Miss, Duzon?
Out of character. What is this she already revealed?
She has revealed her basic, runes that she can put onto weapons. She has all sorts of other runes in display, like in display cases.
Okay.
Let's see what else she has. She has accessory runes, armor runes, more complicated weapon runes if you want to buy those.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me get back. This rune. Is it of armor?
Oh, you're looking for armor runes? Yes, I can give you one of those. Hold on. And she's going to kind of like dig around. What would you say you're looking to do?
Boost the protection of the armor I have.
I'm not too sure I have something like that. But I can look. I have no, that one you don't have blood. This might be more your style.
What is it?
And she pulls out a rune. She's kind of like, do you often find yourself getting into grapple combat? People trying to restrain you, maybe?
Sometimes, but continue.
Well, if I etch this rune onto your armor, it will help you to get rid of being held down or immobilized. Basically, it gives you a reaction whenever you become grabbed, restrained, or otherwise held immobile in a creature's grasp, such as by being engulfed or swallowed. Your armor suddenly grows spikes, attacking the triggering creature. The armor makes a melee attack with an attack modifier of +14 that deals 2d4 piercing damage. If the creature is swallowing or engulfing you, the attack deals an additional 1d6 damage, and the damage from this attack can cut you free if it equals or exceeds the rupture value of an immobilizing ability. This attack gets an item bonus to the attack roll equal to the armor's item bonus to your AC, and an item bonus to damage equal to double that amount. It also gives you It also gives you an active thing that you can activate, which requires you to be immobilized or otherwise restrained, as the rune describes. And the effect is your armor attacks the creature, immobilizing you. Doing the same thing, except you can just force it to do that instead of having it be a reaction.
Could I get all of that in writing? And Duzon is gonna ask, how much? Fuck. How much?
That's a good question. It is 200 gold.
Do I have 210 gold. Do I spend 200 gold on this? This is actually really good. Yeah,
How much
do it.
gold?
200.
Oh, nice.
I'm taking it.
Okay.
Oh, I sent you a message, Dawn, just so you know.
Let me look.
Just want to make sure I put the right runes on the weapon, really. I have the striking one, I just need the other one.
+1.
Oh, okay.
It is just called a +1 striking dagger now, but the rune itself is weapon precision +1.
Gotcha.
Let me get you that description news on.
Thank you.
Screenshot. That way I don't have to fucking deal with writing that all down. Boop. And then DM it to Peter. Peter. Paste and send. There you go.
Thank you.
And she kind of just like, do you want to take your armor off for this, or do you want me to just engrave it while it's on you?
While it's on, it's fine.
Okay. She smacks the rock onto your armor, and the rune is transferred from the rock to your armor.
Thank you.
Anything else I can help you do with? I have plenty to look around if you want to just look. I have wands, weapons. I even can do tattoos, but I don't think that'll work for the tree.
You have done me well. Serve the little one's needs and we'll be on our way.
I happen to be vertically challenged.
Oh, Duzon,
But-
she as you're looking around, she also has armor potency and armor resilience runes.
Noted.
So, you have weapons.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Per se, what would be good for the sneaky, kind of combat?
Well, that dagger I just enchanted for you would do nicely, but if you're looking for something else, perhaps like a bow or a rapier.
Yes, actually. A rapier would be nice, although I lack in distance, so... How's about I sell you my rapier? Just to give me a little bit more pocket cash, and then we can discuss, crossbows and rapiers.
So you're offering to sell her just your regular ass rapier?
Yeah, she could use it for whatever, to enchant it or experiment with it or whatever she wants.
Okay, let's see how
That's
much
kind of
she's-
how Rari is approaching it.
Let's see how much she's willing to give you for a basic rapier.
If the price is not worth the squeeze, Rari will opt out of that and then just...
She's gonna
But we'll
offer
see.
you. She's going to offer you 5 5 silver.
All right, let's see here.
If you want to recall how much it was when you bought it, that's up to you.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
What are you gonna roll to do that?
Well, I figure if I bought it legitimately instead of repossessing it, I
That's
would
up
use
to
my
you.
society skill to determine whether or not, you know, the market price then when I got it. So I'd go with society.
Market price, so you don't even need to roll. The lowest roll you're gonna get is
Gotcha.
gonna be able to do this because your plus is that high.
Mm-hmm.
The market price for your average rapier is 2 gold.
5 silver. Well, in that case, I'll keep the rapier to myself. So these crossbows and these, rapiers. He kind of takes his rapier back and he's like, he just puts it back in his sheath. So these other rapiers and crossbows.
Yes.
I'm assuming some are enchanted while others aren't.
I mean, yeah, I have a couple non-enchanted that are considered magical.
I know this is ignorance on my part, but how exactly? I mean, the rune stuff makes sense now. You enchant it through, I guess, striking.
Well, it's because they're made of a rarer material. For example, dawn silver or duskwood.
Oh.
Now, if you really want to spend money, I have a pretty good rated sovereign steel weapon
I do like shinier weapons. Sovereign steel sounds like a shiner. I do have around 500 gold to spend, though. That's the hard limit.
for you. Then you cannot afford this.
Understandable. Unfortunately enough.
So you said your price limit was 500 gold,
Just about. Although I could be talked up a little bit, but not by a lot.
Then I would recommend going with more rune-based options. We have our standard proficiency and potency and striking runes, as you know. But I have plenty of other more versatile runes.
Do tell.
I think one that would be good for what you're probably going to use it for is 30 gold. And what it does is that you can interact with it to... Alright, this is actually really kind of interesting. So, when etched with this rune, a weapon's hilt or haft becomes engraved with grooves that match the imprints of a wolf's teeth. By putting a fanged weapon in your mouth, you can transform into an animal.
Ooh.
By using one action as an interact action, you transform into a small or medium animal that wields the fanged weapon in its jaws. The animal matches the animal you are most closely associated with. Lizard folk turn into lizards, so your project turns into a lizard. Kitsune to fox. Deer instinct barbarian into deer or a wolf. No specific animal is applicable. While in this form, you can attack with a fanged weapon, even though you don't have any hands. back only with the fanged weapon and you don't have the hands or the ability to hold items. Blah, blah, blah. So on
Right.
and so forth.
So I would just transform into a sort of lizard, which is a small creature, roughly. If I understand this description right.
Yeah, basically you use an action and then you transform into a small or medium lizard. The choice is yours.
And then from there, I could wield the weapon irregardless of anatomy.
Yes.
Ooh, that does sound useful.
Now, would you like
You know
this?
what?
Would you like this applied to one of your weapons? Because if you want to buy a weapon, then have it applied, that's going to be more money.
How about my mundane rapier?
Very well, that'll be 30 gold.
He then hands over 30 gold.
She takes your rapier, grabs it by the blade, and then smacks the rock down on the hilt of your rapier. It now has it's engraved that looks like a tooth.
This will serve as a fun little experiment as I get to dabble a little bit more than what I'm accustomed into the arcane.
Duzon, as you're looking around, something catches your eye.
Oh.
It is a rune labeled shield.
Okay.
May I inquire about this?
Oh,
Fuck.
yes, the shield runes. Let's see. The one you're looking at is the most basic version of a shield rune, but basically, it essentially makes the shield significantly more durable and more effective at blocking attacks.
How much?
For the one you're looking at, which is the lowest grade, that would be 75 gold.
I am short on coin for now, but I hope to return.
Very well.
How much gold?
75.
Oh, Rari can cover that cost. If you must, Duzon, I do have enough funds.
By all means, go on.
And 75 gold is now hers.
Alright, she's going to ask to see your shield, Duzon.
I proudly present it.
She's going to take the rock that has the minor rune on it and smack it onto your shield.
So what does this rune do?
This is a reinforcing rune. You now have a reinforced shield. The shield's hardness, base hardness, increases by 3.
Okay.
The shield gains an additional 44 hit points.
Damn.
And its breaking point increases by 22.
Damn.
To a maximum hardness of 8, a maximum HP of 64, and a maximum breaking point of 32.
May I once again get that sent to me? Because I will not remember it, but that is absolutely dope.
Copy. I'm going to put it into the voice chat.
Okay.
Reinforcing rune. There you go.
Okay.
Boy, you guys makes to be some very fine customers indeed. I do hope I'm still here when you get back, or maybe I'll see you at some other place. Who knows?
I hope to return. If you have better things, or more things, the things are good.
Thanks.
Misspoke. The tree is sick right now.
The tree is sick right now. Aw.
Don't worry, bro. We got you.
Is there anything else you guys want from this store?
No, nothing that comes to mind. Although I definitely want to come back for that Oso special weapon eventually when I make more money.
Very well. You guys leave the place for magical mystery and other things that start with M. And what do you guys want to do now?
Well, Duzon, we have a decent stock of weaponry. Haven't the faintest idea what the tooth rune does, but I figure I'll learn it in time. And we have, of course, to hunt the wizard. But we need to acquire more funds. I figure the trip is going to be quite expensive.
Yes.
The only thing is, what jobs in the midst of an apocalyptic, insane wizard could we do?
Whatever we can. Let us find someone who might need help. Or the leader of this town.
I could always repossess some assets. That could help us in a money pinch. After all, the dead won't be needing it.
As you guys are having this conversation, Rari, you hear a voice that's kind of like, I heard my name, and you just kind of look up to see the wizard just floating slightly above you.
Oh, woo! Duzon,
Yes.
Duzon,
Yes.
that wouldn't happen to be.
Yes.
They just like kind of waving finger waggles says, hello.
Hello.
I heard you
What?
were in need of some money.
You're helping us?
I never said that. I just said you were in need of some money. I just have to go over here. I might know a place though.
This is like the wizard.
Yep.
Yes it is.
Okay, so so we're on the same page.
Why would we trust you?
Oh, you wouldn't, but it's not like you have a choice.
I have plenty of choice. Leave this land or else.
Right. He snaps his fingers. You guys are teleported.
Oh, okay. Where are we?
All right, shield raising time. Let's do this.
I raised Duzon as my shield.
Alrighty.
You,
I can't pick him up, but
Rari, Duzon, and Little Flame are all teleported into a cold, damp, dusty room. And there is a stranger in the room with you who also seems to have been teleported there. Donnie, would you please describe your character?
Okay. So I guess sitting probably in the corner, is a pretty tall for what you would assume is a human, with fairly tanned skin, pitch black hair. He's wearing a lot of clothes that look more like they're for work, but also a little upper scale. Presumably, probably a scholar, if evidenced by the book on his hip. And you could assume he's at least slightly noble, from the fact that he's wearing multiple pieces of jewelry, set with ametrine. And then sitting on his shoulder is a little, how do I describe? Little wisp that reminds you of an axolotl in appearance, with flowers.
I'm sending
with
to the
yeah.
campaign info.
Yes, thank you, Don. I'm stumbling on words.
It's okay, bro. We do it all the time. Oh yeah.
With little like flower petals for frills instead.
To answer your question of what race Duzon is, he is a Leshy.
Aren't she supposed to be tiny?
Some Leshies are tiny, but he is a pine Leshy, so he is very big.
3.
Screw the rules, brother.
Fair enough.
Okay. So, this is a room. There's a stranger here. And I have no idea exactly what we're supposed to do here. Any ideas, oh prisoner in common?
Where are we?
He's got no clue either.
Is the wizard still in the room with us?
No, he's gone.
So,
What does the room look like? Sorry to interrupt.
As you all are asking these questions and looking around, taking in your surroundings, this is a cobblestone room, like bricks laid together on the floors, walls, ceilings. There is one hallway on one wall, and it looks to be, there are bunks, like really old, haven't been used for however long, bunks covered in dust with footlockers next to them. And those of you with higher perception would actually see that there are corpses on some of the bunks, skeletalized corpses.
Is there any doors in the room?
There is an open hallway with no door.
Alright. I raise my shield, because I don't know what the hell could jump out at me. And I look at Rari and the stranger and I go,
We have no time. Follow me. We need to find a way out.
Yeah, this place is
Disturbing.
strange. Almost like a, well, maybe. Does it look like a catacomb or grave site? Or is this just a, like, would Rari be able to tell if this is just some sort of, like, ancient dungeon or crypt?
Unfortunately, because you have only seen this one entity, you cannot tell.
Okay.
Donnie, you wanted to say something?
I was gonna ask if there was like anything else distinguishing about the room other than bunks and lockers and corpses.
There is mosses growing through the cracks in the cobblestones, as well as like smaller, like weed type plants. You know, things that can subsist in low light, high moisture areas, such as funguses.
And have been around long enough for nature to start saying, "Hi, I'm coming back."
Yes, exactly.
Judging by the room, I'd say we're at least in some form of ruin. If nature reclaiming anything to show for it.
Oh, good. Something somewhat familiar.
Though it's only a hedge guess.
Well, I could treat it like a ruin or catacomb or burial ground. We should, though, be very careful. Who knows what kind of traps this wizard person put before us.
Is it a wizard?
Oh yes, the delusional magical lunatic that has put all of us in that room. I'm sure you've met him.
I'm sure I almost haven't. Does this wizard have a name?
Duzon, do you happen to know the Mad Mage's name, or are we just going with nicknames here until we figure out what he actually is?
No, I don't know.
Wonderful. We have no clue about his name. All we know is he's a demented wizard who apparently knows things we don't. It's a strange situation. And he oddly knows everything we're doing, from what I can gather at least. After all, I say something and then poof, we're here. Huh. I don't quite understand it.
You haven't considered that he's been using divination magic to gauge your position?
I don't dabble in magic too much to know. But I suppose if by divination you mean spying on us, then yes. And he's quite slippery at that. Puts my work to shame.
Alright. Well, since we're going to be here for who knows how long, I guess we should do introductions. My name is Cyrus Dusklight. And you two are?
Rari. Asset reclamation expert.
He's just gonna kind of like look you up and down. Right.
You need something repossessed, I could get it for you.
No,
But that's
quite good. And you're a tall nature friend?
well. Duzon. This here is Duzon, a forest guardian.
Yes.
He's been through quite the ringer, he and I, with the nightmare that is that wizard. He saved my hide on multiple accounts. The most memorable and most horrifying of which, not even close to the conspirator dragon, but a thing called a necrostorm. Both of those things are awful. But I assure you, Duzon is great company, despite his imposing figure.
Out of character, he's only a foot taller than Cyrus. Cyrus is 6'1".
Okay, Rari's short. He's
Right next to Rari would be a being of similar size, which is Little Flame.
Oh, what's that? He's gonna like start looking at Little Flame.
Little Flame looks back.
and he looked at him, and he looked at me.
And I looked at him, and he looked at me, and I looked at him, and he looked at me.
Right. Well, first instinct is I'm immediately trying to suss out exactly what Little Flame is.
Would you like to roll for that? What would you like to roll for that?
Probably based on the fact that it's like a moving, I guess, pumpkin is what you described out of character
Yeah,
before session.
What Little Flame looks like is his limbs, torso, and torso are made up of twisting, nodding vines, while his head is a carved pumpkin that has big circular eyes and a small slit for a mouth. And behind the big circular eyes is a lit candle.
I'll probably go with Arcana, because looks very clearly magical in nature.
Alright, go ahead. So I'll say this is a DC 17.
Basic math is failing me. God. 22.
Okay, you beat a 17. This is a being from the plane of fire inhabiting a pumpkin.
You're traveling with a fire elemental. But it's possessing a pumpkin. It's
Yes.
almost unprecedented. Normally such
Yes.
possessions are quite far-fetched when you consider that organic material, especially for fire, burns. How is it doing this?
The gods of nature have found a way.
I should like to study him in more detail when we have free time.
That's good luck with that study.
Squints at you when you say out loud that you would like to study him.
Truly, what's there to study? A fire occupying a pumpkin head and body.
Yes, but he's a being from the plane of fire. That's what makes it strange.
Oh, you'll be in for much stranger, trust me. Ever fought a dragon before?
I can't say I have, but I would say most people can say that they haven't fought a dragon and have no desire to.
I think you will find that experience soon enough. Research is your passion.
Right.
If our events are anything to go by, we're facing anything at this point.
Well, I specialize in planar research, specifically at the elemental planes.
Oh.
That's where this little guy is from. And he kind of like scratches like the chin of his little familiar on his shoulder.
Not gonna lie, I thought you were gonna try and scratch the chin of Little Flame.
No.
Oh no.
I have a familiar on my
Oh
shoulder.
no. Just Little Flame gets uncomfortable and tries to back away.
I have a very elemental familiar on my shoulder.
Fair enough.
I don't need a pet Little Flame. I have my own Little Flame.
Well, little wood, little water, little metal.
Little something.
Right. So, nowhere to go but forward then, I guess. If we're done.
It would seem so.
Yes.
Then lead the way.
The only way to go is down the open hallway from this room.
Wonderful.
Yeah, but Cyrus isn't taking the lead.
Alright, so if Cyrus is gonna take the lead,
No, he's not. He's clearly not taking the lead. That's why he said lead the way.
well, who's taking the lead? Because I need to know that.
Duzon.
I'll take the lead.
Yeah, I was about to say, Duzon, would you mind?
And
Yeah.
yes,
Yes, I have my shield raised.
cool. So I do need you.
You need me?
We all do. Uh-oh.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, there we go.
Oh.
So, as you lead down this hallway, I am going to need a perception check from you, Duzon.
Okay. Something's gonna happen.
Don't, well, let it be something good, Duzon. Let it be
Well,
something good.
Well, I rolled good. That's a 29.
Okay, cool. As you walk down this hallway, you notice that one of the stones on the side looks a little loose. Maybe you could pull it, push it, something like that.
I want to punch it.
You want to punch it?
No, wait, hold on. No, that's tired, Peter. We need Duzon. Sorry, excuse me. I am gonna go ahead and investigate it, see what it can and can't do.
You kind of look at it, and without touching it, you can't really tell. All you know is that you can either grab it and pull it, or grab it and push it.
Alright, I'm gonna try and grab it and push it.
You grab it and push it, and as you push it in, you hear a ka-kunk.
Okay.
called a medium-sized lockbox.
Okay, interesting. Can I open the lockbox, or is the lockbox indeed locked?
You go to open the lockbox, and it is indeed locked.
All right. Well, yippee! It's another D&D escape room.
Yep. This is gonna be interesting.
We are going to find a bloody key.
Rari,
Extra bloody. Yes,
you have thieves' tools.
I do have thieves' tools.
Oh, those are...
And so the door is locked. I am going to
I never
use
said
my.
anything about a door.
Oh, what door? Oh, I do have thieves' tools for this particular case. Then,
Lockbox.
if I understand, yeah, for the lockbox. Okay, so
I'm just sitting here, Duzon's like, well,
Yeah.
I guess we have to find a key. And I'm like, damn it, Rari, say something.
yeah, I just need to make sure I have thieves' tools in my inventory.
If
You
don't,
better.
You should.
Yeah, I do have one. Yeah, I do. So that's good. So I'm gonna go up to this lockbox and pick it.
Alright, that's a sleight of hand, or no, a thievery check, right?
It would be, I think.
Pick a lock, thievery.
Yep. No, wait. Oh yeah, pick a lock. Yeah, that's 2 actions. Yeah, that works. That is a 23.
Yeah, you're able to get this thing open, no problem.
And now we just do a little one of these, and I just hear the lock kind of click open. Presto.
Yeah, this is just a simple lockbox. It's really not that hard for you.
Yep. I love when the locks are easy.
Inside the lockbox is a small pouch, as well as, let's see what's small enough on this table. A key.
Key.
This key is made of a fine, almost white steel, and has a grinning skull at the top.
The grinning skull at the top. Okay. Would Rari would like to investigate the nature of this item using his knowledge of the underworld and seeing if this kind of symbol was seen anywhere else.
So you're trying to look into the lore of the skull that's on the top of the key.
Yep.
Okay, go
Trying to see if I've seen it before. Or something similar at least.
And what are you rolling to do this?
I would be using my underworld, I believe.
Okay.
Just like, does this skull strike any resemblance to anything? that I've seen in my time as a asset liberation specialist. And that would be a natural 20.
You look at this thinking, what does this skull mean? What does this skull mean? What does this skull mean? And then you hold the key out and just look at it for a second, and then you kind of just smack yourself in the head. This is a skeleton key.
Well, ladies and gents, we have ourselves a skeleton key, and my brain finally caught up with it.
This is a very, very common thing to find in the underworld.
We have these keys. Basically, they access any of the doors that would be present in a building, per se.
The meta data for this is this key can be used in place of a thieves toolkit when attempting to pick a lock, and it gains and it grants a +1 item bonus to a theory check. And
Nice.
It grants you the action of basically once per day you can use an action to cast breach on the lock you are trying to pick.
Wonderful.
And what breach does is you make the target easier to open, grants a +4 status bonus to any creature that tries to open the target door, lock, or container.
Nice. And this is a skeleton key. I'll add that into my inventory. Wonderful. So, now that that's taken care of, where to next?
You also got a small pouch from the lockbox as well.
Yes. That pouch is quite peculiar. I'd like to examine the contents of the pouch.
You open the pouch. Inside is a single gold coin.
Well, it appears as though there was a little gift. A singular gold piece. I'm sure that will have some sort of significance, maybe,
Do you want to?
being that it was found. Yeah, I would like to. Maybe Rari is gonna overcomplicate this, maybe not, but Rari would like to see if this coin has any special etchings, anything that would give it away as a sort of clue of some kind.
As you examine this coin further, this looks like no other gold coin that you have ever seen. This is entirely unique as far as you're aware.
My, a collector's coin, pretty sure. He kind of fumbles it in his hands and he's like, never seen a coin quite so shiny yet so unique. Doesn't remind me of the coin used in my hometown. Yeah, this is completely unique. Well, I can't quite put it in with the rest of the gold, it just feels wrong. Something like this shouldn't be spoiled or tampered with my regular exchanges. Anyway, I'll just keep the coin. Maybe it's a way out later.
Okay.
Who knows? After all, this wizard's going to probably put us through the ringer.
As Duzon begins leading further down the hallway, you reach the end of the hallway and it opens up into this big, not big, but like medium, square room, like
Okay, fairly large room.
And inside seems to be different like types of tables, chairs. On one of the tables, there seems to be cards moving around on their own.
Ooh.
On another table,
Yeah.
there is a game board that also seems to be moving on its own.
Cards moving on a game board.
At this point, I may as well cast Detect Magic.
You cast Detect Magic. Does that work on ghosts?
Let's see. You send out a pulse that registers the presence of magic. You receive no information beyond the presence or absence thereof. You can choose to ignore magic you're fully aware of, such as items and ongoing spells of you and your allies. You detect illusion magic only if that magic's effect has a lower rank than the rank of Detect Magic. However, items that have an illusion aura but aren't deceptive in appearance, such as invisibility pots, are detected normally. And I'm at heightened rank 3, so I get to let's see. You learn the rank or level of the most powerful magical effect the spell detects, as determined by GM.
Let's see. You detect. You said you would gain knowledge of the power and level of the magic, right?
Yep. Of the most powerful magical effect that the spell can detect.
You would find traces of unholy magic.
This room is unsettling.
I wonder what your first inclination of that was. I mean, there are cards moving on its own.
Well, you can enchant things to do that, but this presence is unholy.
Oh, great! What exactly do you mean by unholy here?
Just that there's a very clear unholy magical presence.
All in favor of not disturbing said unholy whatever it is?
It seems like no one's on your plan, on board with your plan of not disturbing the ghosts.
Fellas, any agreements? Or are we going to just tamper with forces unknown?
As you're just congregating, Duzon's gonna bang his hammer on his shield, hoping to get these things' attention.
The cards and game pieces stop moving, and then the ghosts appear like in a translucent, whitish, silverish, and they're just like, no, it's like more like a guests up for the game, and one of them just kind of points to the cards.
No.
Okay.
We need to get out of here.
Need to get out of here. Good luck with that, mate. We've been trapped in here for quite some time. I mean, it's much easier for us to get out than it is for you, seeing as we can just... Actually, can they fly? No, they can't. What's their movement speed? Oh, they can fly. So yeah.
You could.
Well, it's much easier for us to get out, seeing as we could just go through the ceiling, but from the looks of it, you appear to be still alive.
Yes.
And then they're kind of just like, sorry, then I can't really help you. That's the only way out. We folks, and don't right, lads. Yeah.
So we're trapped in a place where the only way out is death.
No,
Didn't we just open a lockbox that had a key in it?
Yes, I have a skeleton key.
One of the ghosts kind of taps the other ghost's shoulder. Gerald, I found your lockbox, mate. And it's just like, oh yeah, forgot about that.
Oh! Well,
There must be something you know that we can do.
I'm sure you've traversed this place many times in your afterlife.
Yeah, but
Any...
after a while, traversing corridors of nothingness, well, seemingly nothingness, and we can't really interact with much other than the items that we died with. So yeah, we can't really interact with too much other than the games and cards here.
Okay.
May I examine the rest of the room, like the walls, the ceiling, everything?
Yeah, there's a couple different doors. The way you entered into this room had a door, but it seemed to be smashed and splintered and broken beyond repair. There is another door at the opposite end of the room, and a door to the left. The door to the left is also smashed in and destroyed beyond repair.
Okay. So if that's the case, then I'm going to... Whichever path we haven't walked on yet, I'm going to walk on that one.
This whole room you haven't walked on. You are just now entering this room.
Anything...
Yeah, we got 3 ways: closed door, smashed door we came through, and smashed door that we have not seen until now.
I'm going to go through closed door and be like...
Closed door.
Yeah, I'll say...
Attempt.
These beings cannot help us. Let us move.
Well, at least we know we could play with them afterwards, maybe.
No.
We can't. Pardon the moroseness of my demeanor, but they did say there's very literally no way out outside of, dying.
They kind of shrug, and they're like, well, maybe you can find someone we can see if we can interact with a few things.
Your quickness to believe them is disappointing. Now move.
Good luck, mate. Take care of the key.
I will. Can you blame me? I almost died from that conspirator dragon. My mood hasn't exactly improved.
Yes, I can. Now keep moving.
Duzon, I'm going to assume you're going to get
Yes.
Alright, so, you approach this wooden door. It opens perfectly fine. There's no lock on it. It leads down a dark hallway, that is then lit up by little flame.
Thank you.
Worth noting, I can see further than the light he can provide. I have dark vision.
So can everyone except Rari, I'm pretty sure, because Rari only has low light vision.
Yeah, I only have low light vision.
You're not special.
I'm not.
I'm just kidding.
As you walk down this hallway, guided by the light, well, Rari is guided by the light of little flame, you come to a room that looks to be like an armory dusty, cobweb-infested armory. In the center of the armory is a small brazier sitting atop a blue flame.
A small what now?
Brazier.
Brazier?
It's almost like a cauldron, except bigger.
Okay.
And if I remember rightly, it's like a sort of a lighting device.
Yeah, it's basically something where hot oil or like basically liquid fat is kept in. That way you can just light it and then light up either different weapons in it, have fire-coated arrows or fire-coated swords, something like that. Unless anyone stops him, Little Flame's gonna go and lead the fire.
Are you sure that's safe, Little Flame?
He kind of just looks back at you, looks to the fire. Glad that was empty.
Let him cook.
Let him cook.
Well, he is a fire elemental.
He is going to attempt to absorb the eternal flame. Yeah. He
Little
actually
Flame
does that.
evolves into Inferno.
No. He successfully eats the eternal flame, and the flame that was inside of his pumpkin turns from orange to blue.
Okay.
The eternal flame is still going, it's just going much weaker now.
So how are we feeling, Little Flame?
Still behaves as normal for an elemental. Takes out same matter to ingest.
Well,
Kind of sticks their thumb
at least it's not a trap.
up. They shrug and just kind of look around the armory.
I'm going to do the same and look around the armory.
May as well.
As am I.
I may as well ping another detect magic to see if anything else crops up other than the, eternal, the clearly magic flame.
The clearly magic flame, that is going to be the thing that is the highest. Well, it was the
I can willfully ignore that.
Okay, so you're going to willfully roll that.
Yeah. See anything else other than the clearly magic flame that I'm aware of.
Okay, so other than the magical flame, most of these things in the room are common non-magical weapons, but there is a display case that is glowing of some kind of magic.
I'm gonna walk over to it. I think I found something.
Inside seems to be some kind of, let's see, what is this? Rolling on table. Is a wand. What kind of wand is it? It is this kind of wand. Yeah, it is that kind of wand. Okay. This wand inside this display case glows of transmutation magic.
Display case is locked.
I don't know. You haven't tried to open it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try opening it.
All right. You open the display case. It was only closed by a latch.
Okay.
And you take out the wand, I assume.
I do take out the wand.
Okay, you now have a wand.
Amazing. We'll figure out what this does when we figure out what this does.
When you move the wand, it looks like it leaves a trail of after images in its wake.
Might be useful. Those illusions. What can I identify the wand? I'm trained in Arcana. I'm very trained.
Yeah, you can try and identify it.
Yeah, I can identify. Yeah, I can identify magic. I'm actually trained.
Yeah, go ahead. Try and identify the wand.
Ooh.
I'll say this is a DC 14.
Well, I beat that by a lot.
How much did you beat it by? Because then that might be a critical success.
I might be at 31.
Okay, yeah, that's a critical success. On a critical success, you learn all the attributes of the magic, including its name, what it does, any means of activating it, as well as whether or not it is cursed.
Oh boy.
It is not cursed.
Thank God.
And this is a Wand of Shrouded Step.
Wand of Shrouded Step.
Once per day, whenever you cast a spell, you cast Fleet Step in addition to that spell. For the duration, you are also concealed while you stride.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
So yeah, whenever you cast a spell once per day, you can also cast Fleet Step as a free action, essentially.
Okay. I'll add that to my inventory.
It is called the Wand of Shrouded Step.
Yep. I just found it.
Cool.
Now, would I know if that activates with impulses too?
I
Because
mean,
kinetic impulses are considered magic.
yeah, I'm gonna say yeah, because I literally cannot find a reason why they wouldn't.
Well, yeah, because they count as primal, so...
They count as primal spells, they just don't require spell slots like most magic does.
Yeah. Magic comes from the primal tradition, connecting the natural world and instinct. Anything with this trait is magical.
So yeah, that would, the impulses would definitely trigger this then.
Okay. So that's pretty much all Kinesis does is magic. I dare say I'll get a lot of use out of this.
Does anybody else take any interest in anything else in the armory?
Yeah, Rari's gonna look for, well, anything to, either keep or sell to make a quick buck.
Well, you have your average array of common armory weapons like spears, short swords, long swords, bows, crossbows, daggers, javelins, shields. You have a bunch of different types of shields.
Is there anything of, significantly higher value than, say, your mundane average weaponry?
No.
Aww.
This is a common armory. You're not going to find any legendary weapons in here.
Not even a golden hilt. Oh well. In that case, nothing really here for me. Well, is that all, fellas? Or is there anything else that strikes your fancy here?
No, it seems very common otherwise, outside of the flame and the wand.
No. Then let's go find the other ways to navigate.
Yes.
So you leave the armory back to this main common room, and are you gonna try and explore the common room more, or are you gonna go down the hallway to the broken door?
Oh.
Not the one that he came from, but the one that you have before.
Is there a way we could clear the debris so as to make a path to the ruined rooms?
There's not really too much debris in the way. It basically looks like something charged into the room that you through the door that you originally came from, and then charged out of the room through the door that's broken that you haven't gone through yet.
So it does leave an open path to the hallway, if I understand it correctly.
Yes, exactly.
It's just that the door is just decimated
the door
in
is
shattered
demolished.
bits. Okay. Well, we still have these hallways.
That we do.
Only question is, which one do we go down first?
Which one did we go down before?
Well, you just left the opposite wall, so the wall opposite to you is the wall you enter the common room from, and then the wall to your right has the shattered door that you haven't explored down yet.
I'm going down that one.
Okay. Assuming the rest of the party follows Duzon.
Yep.
Will.
Also worth noting that for what you two have seen, it doesn't look like Cyrus is armed. From all outward appearances, it does not look like he possesses a weapon.
Oh.
But it's been long enough.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be AFK for a bit.
Go ahead, Peter.
He's gonna be AFK for a bit.
Okay. But yeah, it's been long enough to where you notice that, like, he doesn't really have any sheaths for swords or daggers or any other type of weapon, not even, like, a wizard staff or anything like that.
So, do you normally just come undefended? If
Not-
I understand your
defenseless.
demeanor.
I'm not defenseless, if that's what you're thinking.
Well, sort of. I mean, even amongst mages, they have some sort of, weaponry. Staff. Well, I suppose the wand.
Well, I found that in the armory.
Right, but beforehand, it didn't appear as though you had anything else.
Well, I travel light.
Hmm. So, how would you defend yourself against those, if not by conventional means like having your staff cast magical things, or of course, my preferred method, bleed them to death. Craftily and quietly, of course, but I've never seen someone go that long without some sort of conventional weaponry. Unless you somehow make your own.
In a way. And I can briefly like channel elements. And you see like a small flurry of like flower petals, sea foam, and gold leaf start kind of swirling around him. I can manipulate the elements. So I'm never quite really defenseless.
The only element that I have even the slightest amount of control over is, well, my lightning breath. That's about it. And even that takes a lot to deal with. Can't use it often, but I kind of use it as a sort of last resort. Lightning would belong to, I guess, water, right?
No. I'm not sure which school taught you that.
Oh, I'm not very learned in the conventional sense.
Right. Well, it depends on the nature of the lightning. If it's electromagnetic, then it's related to metal. But if it's more natural, such as from storms, it's related to air.
How about from just a breath? I kind of just breathe it out.
Well,
Would that be biological?
Biology isn't my specialty. But most likely air. Likely.
So, what got you into these elements anyway?
Well, this little guy, he's been with me since I've been 10. So, you could say I have always had a natural inclination.
I'm back, by the way, keep talking.
That and most people in my family are gifted in one way or another when it comes to magic.
Really? Maybe we should seek some of those family members out so that we can address the wizard issue. Maybe they know a thing or two to put this wizard's plans, or just get him to stop with his lunatic ravings.
I wouldn't be able to guarantee any of that, but it wouldn't hurt the ask. Though, reminder, we have no idea where we are.
True. Getting out of here is our priority. Hey, Duzon.
If we're not in Holgia, then we're far away from my family.
And we're not even... Yeah. We need to figure out, as soon as we get out of here, where we are in relation to Holgia, among other things. Duzon, where to next as we...
Sorry, what did I miss?
You're going down the hallway that of the broken door that you have yet to explore.
Okay. And Rari addressed the fact that Cyrus hasn't been carrying any arms to speak of.
Oh, that's it?
Yep, until Cyrus addressed that with a channel elements from Kineticist.
Well, Duzon's already walking, and he's just like,
Come on. There must be something in here.
Let's just hope it's friendly something.
Well, the ghost could have been worse.
True. I was half expecting them to be worse.
Well, my father's taught me never to judge the ghost too quickly.
The streets taught me to not even believe in ghosts, but here I am.
As you guys make your way down the almost destroyed corridor, it looks like whatever was rampaging through here was big. Like, there are collapsed sections of ceiling, some of the walls have been bashed in and are exposing dirt, and this seems to be whatever killed those ghosts in there and turned them into ghosts.
Are there any, like, claw marks, gouges, imprints?
From what you're seeing, it mainly seems to be blunt force damage.
And that's just the walls. There isn't, like, no, like, cracks in the ground from, like, it stomping.
Oh,
It's
no,
clearly strong enough to...
There definitely is. There's impact marks. There is, like... Give me a perception check. Let's see what all you can see.
Okay.
So everyone's
not
rolling
horrible
perception?
I'm just gonna have Johnny do it for now, because he's the only
Okay.
one that is actively investigating.
Gotcha.
22.
You do see that there are scratch marks, but whatever was trying to scratch through the floor couldn't get through entirely.
Pax. And these are like ancient.
These are
Like,
these
they're
are-
not-
the walls.
they're
and
not
floors,
fresh.
The walls and floors are ancient. But yeah, the scratch marks are covered in dust. These are nowhere near fresh.
Uh-huh. Well, it's safe to say whatever came through here is either long gone or dead.
Let's hope the latter, or the former instead of the latter. I mean, is it like a large creature?
Yes.
Large enough to crack stone
Oh, joy.
and leave imprints in the ground. I would say it's quite large.
Well, hopefully it got hungry and eventually just keeled over.
We'd all like that, wouldn't we? Though life doesn't tend to always go the way you wish.
I know that's right.
Pressing on.
As you press on, Duzon and Cyrus, you guys are going to need to start to try and squeeze through some of these collapsed hallways.
Ooh.
Fuck.
Well, Rari is size category small, so that helps.
Cyrus is medium.
Alright, do we need to make any particular rolls now, or...
You do not, Rari. You can fit through just fine, but due to the fact that both Cyrus and Duzon are bigger than 5'10", they need to make they don't really need to make any rolls, but they will get through slower than you and Little Flame will.
Oh.
Acrobatics training count for anything here?
Maybe if you were under a time constraint, but because you're not, there's no. You will
Fair enough.
get through. It just will take you longer.
Fair enough.
Rari's just gonna patiently wait for them both to squeeze through. Hello?
I didn't say anything.
No one
Oh.
said anything.
No, I know. Oh, the music just died down on roll 20, that's all. I'm like, there's just silence. And I'm like, oh, did the music
Gonna
stop?
have to- It's gonna have to
It's
squeeze
just on
through.
repeat. Yep.
Talking be hard. My apologies.
I understand, dude.
Understandable. Talking always hard when sick.
Yeah.
But we'll squeeze through. It'll take us a minute, but we'll squeeze through.
After you guys
We'll squeeze through.
the damage seems to get less severe as in the hallway it seems to have found a soft spot or maybe a weak spot in the cobblestone floor and has burrowed into the floor and out of this place.
Oh,
So it was a burrower.
an exit. A possible exit out of this place.
And whoever that creature made its nest.
Oh, well. If it's a nest, we're in some slight troubles.
And there's no real good way of traversing something else's burrow. We just have to hope we get lucky and take the right turn.
How deep is this? At least from a looking inwards kind of deal.
You look in, and as soon as it breaks through the floor, it seems to go out and then turn up in like a diagonal.
And there's no other, like, corridors or anything?
There is. You can keep going down the corridor you're going down. It's just that this is in the middle of the walkway, so if you want to go over that, you can.
Well, if we want to keep exploring, we have there is more that we haven't seen. Or we could take our chances here.
I would rather not take our chances. Just for now, of course.
So you guys are going to continue on?
Yeah. At least that's my vote.
Alright, you guys continue on down the hallway. Because whatever was burrowing, it escaped essentially. destruction has stopped. And you can get through pretty easily. And at the end of this hallway is an iron door. Hello?
Yep,
You hear what I said?
I can hear you.
Iron door.
Not, outside of the iron door, not much.
Yeah, that's just the description
Okay.
of the end of this hallway is just an iron door.
Rari would like to see if the door is locked.
It is locked.
I would like to use the skeleton key.
Are you going to use its action, or are you just going to go with the skeleton key?
And remind me what the action does again.
I don't have it back up.
I know there's a circumstance bonus.
You get a +1 circumstance bonus to thievery checks to pick the lock, and you can use a free action once per day to cast knock on the lock you are trying to pick.
I'll withhold the free knock for later. I will just take the circumstance bonus to my lockpick.
Okay, go ahead and roll then. I'm gonna say the DC for this is 21.
All right. That is. That is a 22.
Okay, yeah. You successfully stick the skeleton key, turn it, it unlocks.
All right. One door down. Let's keep going, shall we?
On the other side of the iron door is a large pit the size of the room.
Ah.
And in the pit, in said large pit, is piles of gems, money, gold,
Treasure.
silver, copper, different artifacts. And on the other side of this large room, there is a staircase that leads somewhere.
Rari's eyes sort of twinkle with delight.
Instant detect magic.
Detect magic?
Yup, instant. Suspicious as fuck.
Rari is trying to resist the urge to not just Scrooge McDuck this and go right in. This is probably more wealth than Rari has seen in years.
It only has a 30-foot range, so whatever's the most powerful magic within 30 feet, I definitely know where that is.
You detect certain magic items, like you mainly detect, it says the most powerful thing, right?
I learned the rank or the level of the most powerful magic that I can detect with rank 3.
Okay, then that would be the grimoire that's in here too.
I'm sorry, there's a grimoire.
But I do get like the presences, but I can identify whatever is like the most powerful.
The most powerful.
As long as it's not hidden with illusion magic, that is higher than what I can detect.
Okay. The most powerful thing in this pile, is a. Let's see, what type of thing is this? Is a pretty powerful, decently powerful evocation magic.
Well, there's certainly magical items in the room,
Treasure?
but why is there such a large gathering of treasure here to begin with?
Well, you see, before we got teleported here, I made a remark about needing money. And then the wizard then teleported us to the room we met you in. I suppose this would mean that we found the treasure room, where all the good nuggets of wealth, the lap of luxury, is just right beyond this pit.
So
Or
the wizard
in
that
the
you've
pit.
deemed as insane sent us here and gave you a free treasure room. You realize how bullshit that sounds, right?
Perhaps, but I mean, even you could sense there is some legitimacy to the things down there.
Right, but what I'm saying is, it's probably guarded.
True.
I pull out a gold coin and I toss it in the pit.
It gets lost among the piles of gold and gems.
Though Rari would like to make a perception check to see if there's any sign of a sort of guardian or, booby trap to this pit full of treasure.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
That is a 28.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, I definitely need to slim down the table a little bit. It's a little too big, so let's put it to that. As you look around, trying to find something that may be guarding this pit of money, if I don't throw my dice everywhere.
Give me 1 second. You guys are going robotic again.
What was your roll for perception, Rari?
Alright. That should fix the problem.
What was your roll for perception?
That would be a 28.
Okay. As far as you can see, there is not anything guarding this vault.
Well, despite the oddness of the situation, there appears to be no inkling of booby traps or patrolling guards of any kind. Seems pretty safe.
There's nothing on the thin floors that surround, there is a little bit of floor that surrounds the pit so that you can walk around it and get to the stairs. There is ladders down into the pit and out of the pit on all four sides of the pit. That way people can get down, put stuff in, and then get back out.
So, there are ladders and such the like, but it seems that this room is largely unguarded. And besides, If there truly was anything down there, Duzon's disturbance with the coin toss might have provoked it already.
If it registered.
I say we may just need to go down there and peruse. At the very least, humor the curiosity of it. After all, it would seem that fate smiles upon us with such riches. It would be a shame to not at least take a little bit with us, carefully as we might proceed. And if anything gets too sketchy, we can always use those ladders and escape, if need be.
Right. I just find it hard to believe that someone would leave a hoard of treasure just completely unguarded.
I found it hard to believe there's this rare coin of sorts. But here we are, in the weird realm or room or place, accomplishing, as I told you before, weirdness is the normal here. And who knows, maybe you'll find some more magical goodies.
Well, there is a grimoire in the pile somewhere.
See? Grimoire. Whatever those are.
Book.
Well, the book part I get. But I don't know necessarily what it contains. I like books that teach me practical skills, like, lockpicking. But besides the point. There's a grimoire. Sounds like a magical something or other you might be interested in.
So,
And
my question for you guys is, who is going in the pit, and if multiple people want to go into the pit, who's going first?
oh, Rari wants to go in.
Well, up and at him.
Well, I'll end up going in as well.
Alright.
I'm not.
For my second question, who is going in first?
I think Rari can all but contain himself.
Okay, so, Rari. As you reach the bottom of the ladder and reach the bottom of the pit, something from the ceiling comes to attack you.
Oh, joy.
A cloaker that was hidden on the ceiling reveals itself and is going to swoop down and try to attack you.
All right. That is that is going to be fun. 23.
Alright, it's going to try and envelop you.
Ooh!
You are
That
small.
doesn't sound very good.
You are small, and it is most
is
likely
true.
larger.
What'd you say your AC
That is true.
was?
23.
It gets a 24.
Oh.
Oh, it's not even your AC, it's your reflex DC.
Oh, wait. Reflex DC. That changes then. It's 10 plus reflex, right?
Yes.
24 is my DC, which
Okay.
meets it, beats it.
Meets it, beats it. If it succeeds, it envelops the target who is restrained, attacks the target that hit an enveloping cloaker, deal half their damage to the cloaker and half their damage to the trapped victim. The cloaker can't fly, and when it moves moves using land speed, the enveloped creature moves with it. The cloaker can only make jaw strikes against the restrained creature, but can make tail strikes against others. A creature that voluntarily puts on the cloaker becomes engulfed automatically. Don't know why you would do that. Alright, it is going to try and bite you twice, Rari.
Okay, this is gonna be interesting.
So you are in fact restrained.
Yep.
Dude.
So that's a condition.
Aha! A guardian.
There we go, restrained.
Why am I not surprised?
While restrained, you are flat-footed and immobilized. So restrained, flat-footed, and immobilized.
Yep.
I know what flat-footed does immobilized.
Can't use any action with the move trait. If you're immobilized by something holding me in place, and an external force would move me out of your space, out of the space.
And you can't use any actions except for the attack. You can't use any actions with the attack manipulate traits, except for to attempt to escape or force open the restraint that the cloaker has you in.
Okay, so basically my entire turn will probably be to try and break free of this thing.
So your AC has a -2.
Yep, it is now a 21.
This thing has a +14, so that definitely hits. So your AC is 21, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's so close to a crit with 29.
Oh. Oh no.
It didn't crit though, which is good news.
That is good news, but
You didn't crit. Bad news, you're still taking damage.
Bad news, you're still taking damage. You take 15 points of piercing damage.
Ooh.
And second attack is a 27.
That's gonna hit, yeah.
Dealing 9 piercing damage.
Okay, low roll, low damage roll. We like to see low damage.
And that is its turn. Is going to stay wrapped around Rari. Rari, I'm gonna let you go first in this initiative. Well, pseudo initiative. It's not initiative yet.
Right, it's the sort of surprise round-ish thing.
Yeah, it's the surprise round that this thing has against you. Now I'm gonna have everybody roll initiative for me, please.
Alright, I'm gonna use my thievery in place of my perception to roll initiative. That is gonna be a 26 for Rari.
That's funny because I also got a 26.
Duzon. Rari. I don't have a token for you yet, Donnie.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh, nice.
For 20. For 20.
What do you mean natural 20 for 20? You should be able to add your perception to it.
My perception?
Yeah.
Yeah. Perception is your initiative bonus.
Oh, they're one and the same?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
I didn't know that because I see it in my sheet, I see perception, and I just see +0 initiative, and I'm like, oh, okay, no bonus then. But if with perception, that's 31.
Oh, dang,
You
bro.
get a natural 20, so.
True.
'20s do tend to result in high numbers.
And then there's the cloaker. If it'll work,
Pretty please.
please.
Please. Rari would like to see the thing that's engulfing it.
My placeholder token looks so bougie.
That's kind of Vixen's token.
Oh.
So
Oh,
I'm
that's
just
not mine.
using-
Okay.
I'm just using Vixen as a placeholder for you.
Fair enough.
Yeah, until
I
you
mean,
have
bougie-
a token.
Bougie is still kind of an accurate statement, though.
It
Fair
is.
enough.
Why won't the cloaker token work, please? I know I'm using it from the web, but still, please.
Because at least Aurori's knowledge
Please?
from interaction, you could probably peg Cyrus as somebody who at least has had enough money in life to actually be a scholar.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also publicly wearing jewelry is also bougie as fuck.
Is there anything that was already in my library that looks even remotely close to a cloaker?
What do cloakers look like?
They look like
Because in one swift moment, there's nothing, and then all of a sudden, Rari is being eaten alive.
they look like this.
That looks like a very demented manta ray.
Yep, that's the perfect description of a cloaker.
This is
Okay, demonic manta ray. Got it.
Get it off me.
Basically, it was hiding against the ceiling, its back to you, that way it blended in.
That would make
Camouflage.
sense. A camouflaged predator.
And it was natural camouflage too, so of course you can't magically detect natural things
Right.
without the appropriate spell.
Can I just drop the link and then, like, upload
I-
it, or do I need to
I knew I was right to be suspicious.
I think maybe.
No, I would have to save it. Fine, I'll save it. I'll save it.
Score 1 for paranoia.
Score 1 for paranoia.
Eventually score 1 for riches. Eventually.
And, score number 3 for death trying to take Rari alive.
Well, no, it's trying to take him dead. He just refuses to die.
Oh yeah, fair enough. I mean, soon enough, it might just try giving him, taking him dead, and just come and personally drag him.
Rari is stubborn. He will not go willingly.
There it is.
I mean, who would? Who would willingly go with an agent of death somewhere, unless it was to help a
Old
lost
age?
soul? Old age, yeah, old age.
At that point, you kinda have to.
Well, depending, right? Some people, even if they're dying of old age, don't want to go to the light.
Oh, true.
Alright, so,
But if they've lived a happy, fulfilled life, they're more than willing to be like, okay, I think I've had my time in the sun.
there's your
Alright,
cloaker.
Don, lay it on us.
There's your cloaker.
Okay.
It is on top of Rari. So, Rari, you are going to be here.
Whee!
And then you guys were
And dying.
basically right behind Rari, so you were single file, so I'm gonna say you're here, Little Flame is here. And then initiative order. Duzon, what did you get?
For initiative, I got a 26.
26?
Yes.
Rari, what did you get?
Also 26.
I know your perception is higher, so I'm going to put you above Duzon. Vixen, i.e. Donnie, got a 31.
Mm-hmm.
Little Flame gets a 17 plus, what is his thing? 17
Hopefully good.
plus 11, so 28.
Oh, me and him have the same perception.
And then the Cloaker goes, well, not goes, but gets its initiative. It has a plus 12. I'm going to give it advantage for its initiative roll because it did surprise you guys. 18. 8. It'll take the 18 plus 12, so that's 30.
I was appropriately suspicious.
And then let's sort this in descending order, and this is where we're going to pick up next time on Beyond the Fourth Wall.
Will Rari get eaten alive? Find out next time.
Well, I mean, it already did take a bite at you, so yes. The answer is yes.
Fully eaten alive.
And this can be controlled by Donnie. And then save. Can you just test that?
Yep.
See if you can move it for me, Donnie?
Yep.
Alright, cool, thank you. And also make sure Peter can move his, because I know it tends to glitch out and not let him move his own fucking thing.
It's a no for me so far. Oh, there he goes.
Alright, cool. I'll just have to get used to doing that every time. Alright, and with that, we are going to leave off on a cliffhanger of Rari being consumed by a cloaker.
Yep.
Oh, that's lovely.
What can I say? Rari will do anything for quick cash.
Better
Including,
or
I
worse.
guess, getting consumed by a cloaker.
Yeah, see, if we didn't get attacked, I would have probably just been extra and not even used the ladder and just like kinesis a bunch of coins in like a small staircase. But like that's no longer an option.
Alright, and with that, I'm going to end the stream.
Have a good night.